Yo, what's up? It's Cash. Welcome to my rehearsal room. This is the room in which I get to practice. I get to pump the sound. I get to, everyone gets to practice here, the guys in the band. Loads of other musicians as well, which is cool, but, and it has used this time. It's pretty big. We've got a couple of the Beatles guys up on the wall there. We got some camo stuff on this wall here, which is quite crazy. Just one of the stock drum kits is up now, but the other guys keep it down the bottom. And I love having these big windows here. They make an awesome. It's really not soundproof at all. It's really. It's not so, but we got the train, and the train is really loud. It comes, so it's not a recording room, but it's great to be able to get really loud and practice all your licks and things at bigger volumes, because what that does is it allows you to really, it just allows you to get ready for gig levels and things like that. It's rehearsal space. It's not padded. Luckily the train is there, because it actually kills a lot of the sound, except when you're in the room you hear everything. So I'm going to show you some of my gear. Over here we got the Vox AC30. This is what I'm running out of right now. You see, these are my settings at the top here. I'm kind of in the top at the moment. I normally play off 2 amps. I've got my Marshall, which is in for repair right now, because it's been sat during the whole of COVID, so it got a bit dusty, because I couldn't get into these rooms. But yeah, so it's dusty. It's getting a couple of valves changed. So right now, I'm actually just in the high end here. I've got the gain cranked the whole way, but what I love about this amp is it controls my 3 top strings. It controls the bass sound a lot. And can punch the distortion through when it's needed. I use the Marshall to control the bottom 3, so I'm getting the higher end there. Yeah, this is my Gibson Epi. This is the one that I have. It's a custom Epiphone, and I have messed and built holes in it and plugged things in. And I pulled the top pickup out. And I put a neck pickup in the bottom here, and then I connected the bottom to my, you'll see I drilled a hole in the back, because I moved the pot. And it was while I was learning how to tap and things like that. But I moved the pot here so I could do volume swells a lot easier and a lot quicker. But I've actually got a neck pickup in the bottom here, and because it's got direct output there's nothing in between it. Its output is really, really cool. So that's my baby. And then next to it I have my Fender Strat, my Japanese Fender Strat from the Fusion factory. It's an 86 one. These guys are really hard to come across, but they are so equivalent and so close to the 50s guitars. That Japanese factory just pumped out a bunch of guitars which were unbelievably built, almost exactly like the 50s Fenders. Don't know the exact differences, but I have picked up the proper 50s Fenders, which go for an absolute bomb. And after, I've been playing this thing for about 20 years now, and it's done the same thing as those guitars. Yeah, cool. Let me show you my board. Let me show you what we got going on the board here. So this is the pedal board that I play off. I got my whole kind of board here together. Hope this thing focuses in. Let's get a. Yeah, well, the way that I'm going on the board is I'm pretty much running into my chromatic tuner. My tuner's coming down to my distortions. I've got my distortions up the front. I add that onto the Vox sometimes. When I got the Marshall running on the other kit, I'll punch into this for particularly long solos. To get a really punch punk sound. quite a lot like you'll hear in the Chili Pepper sound, especially when he runs it through Marshalls. Frusciante sounds fantastic. I've got the DD6. To be honest, I'd actually like the DD3, but this 6 is a bit older. It's not the new one, and it sounds magic. Running into my Ibanez wow. I like having the wow in the middle of the board as opposed to out here, because I find it sucks too much power there. So I like having it in the middle. And then you into the chorus pedal and into the MXR, and mixing that MXR and gives me quite a Van Halen-y sound, which I love. That goes up into here. I get some really great delays with that, some long ones, some short ones, and yeah, I can do like some loops as well, which I like to use. That's also a benefit of using 2 amps. Like, you get to run loops out of 1 amp, and you can isolate it. Then into my Memory Man, and I use that a lot for reverse reverb and things like that. Now that goes out into my 2 line selectors. So this line selector has my 2 amps going in, and this one I purely use as a boost pedal to boost my solos. It tends to amplify the sound really. It was like a mistake, because I had bought one and I by accidentally thought I needed another one if I was gonna run more than 2 or 3 amps, and I was just experimenting at the time, and I put this on the board and it boosts the sound just unbelievably. So it's it's a big win-win. And then I run that out into my line 6 selector, my line selector here. And you know what I love about that is, like, I just get some really weird, wacky sounds with this thing. Some like kind of Audio Slave sounds, a couple like Tom Morello sounds, and yeah, it's pretty magic. Then this, I met a guy in London here who is a fantastic pedal builder. And he built me, I was experimenting at the time, just looking to combine two amps together, but run their distortions together. But now the 1 amp didn't have a channel on. So obviously the Vox doesn't actually have a button you can push to, go from overdrive to clean. So this was designed to run 2 outputs from a Vox with 1 output from a Marshall, where I could then step on it and combine the distortion sound of both, like a foot switch for a double channeled amp. It's power. It works amazingly. I love using it. So yeah, that's my rig rundown. That's all I got. And whenever I play live or whenever I'm not plugged in directly, I'm always using I got my straps, and I'm using wireless most of the time. So yeah, I hope this helps you if you're a new guitar player, or if you're someone who's advanced and you're playing and you're wanting to work on gear. You can get some pretty awesome sounds when you know what pickups you're putting into guitars, when you have your combination of amp. It could be Orange, it could be Marshall, it could be Vox and Marshall, it could be Orange and Marshall, it could be PV. It's like, you gotta find what you like and what's gonna pull out your sound. And I'm constantly experimenting with this, because I'm always going into different colors and different sounds. It can be frustrating. I can get super frustrated at it, but that's part of the game. So hope that helps. Take it easy.